the good people at Porcupine Ridge are watching. Free advertisement to my 27 subscribers, so I expect a case of wine in the post. So, next lot of 3 recipes using 1 ingredient, and the ingredient for the next 3 recipes is going to be cauliflower. Tonight's one of my favourite recipes that I've kind of worked out how to do recently, and it's a roasted cauliflower ragu. Really healthy, replacing the mint, and actually it's so filling you can have it with pasta or have it without if you want. So I've got cauliflower, carrots, onions, mushrooms, celery, stock, tomatoes, tomato puree, salt, pepper, and a bit of dried herbs. Just give me 2 minutes to prepare the veg, and then I shall talk you through how we do it. So, prepared the veg, sip of wine. So the first thing to do is the cauliflower. So that's about 3/4 of a cauliflower. That's just kind of, I've blitzed it up into grains. You can do that by hand, or a lot of supermarkets do that. Problem is, we're going to use that instead of mint. If you put that in the pan as it is, it will soak up a lot of the liquid and becomes a bit watery. You can fry it in a pan, but I prefer roasting it in the oven. So I'm just going to roast that for about 20 minutes, give it a kind of hopefully a golden colour. Just sprinkle with a little bit of salt. Just a little bit of olive oil. Kind of just mix it up. And then just spread that in one layer on a baking tray. And like I said, roast it for about 20 minutes until it goes a golden colour. Or hopefully a golden colour. We'll see in about 20 minutes. The next thing to do is to make a basic tomato sauce. So I've got 1 celery stick and 1 onion, so I'm going to start frying that off. So I've just fried off the celery and the onion for 3 or 4 minutes just to start softening them. I've got 2 chestnut mushrooms finely chopped and 1 grated carrot. I just grate my carrots when they go in with ragu or bolognese, so I'm just going to pop those in now. Just fry that down for a couple of minutes to soften. So the veg is fried off for a few minutes now. I'm just going to add the herbs. So in here I've got some garlic salt, onion powder, dried basil, dried oregano, and some black pepper. So just give that, just fry that for a minute. So now that's fried off. Just going to add half a tube of tomato puree. Right, now that's puree's fried off, I'm going to add 1 pack of passata. You can add, if you want it's slightly chunky, you can add chopped tomatoes. So add that in, and then the same amount of water. I don't need to add vegetable stock, but I like stock in mine, so I'm just going to pop that in and then simmer that to thicken whilst the cauliflower's finished roasting. Cheers. So the cauliflower's had about 20 minutes. I did give it a mix halfway through, so it's got a nice nutty colour. Just going to pop that in. Okay, the pasta's been boiled and drained. I'm just going to put the roasted cauliflower ragu sauce on it. Remember, if you're on a real health kick and you want to avoid the kind of the pastry type stuff, you can just serve it without. I would probably just double the vegetables and make them slightly chunkier, or a bit of grilled chicken, that would go quite nicely with. So just going to pop some of the sauce on. So that's the ragu plated up. I love these little, that's ragu plated up. I love these little herb things. So that's a little bit of basil over the top, a little bit of parsley, a little bit of black pepper, and just a little bit of grated parmesan. And just a reminder, this goes lovely with Porcupine Ridge. And again, if the good people at Porcupine Ridge are watching, 27 subscribers, can't be wrong. So there we have it, roasted cauliflower ragu.